Friends, every time we bring up the topic of this universe, this vast cosmos, our minds instantly flood with questions. How did this universe even come into existence? Just how massive is it? And what secrets has it still kept buried within itself? The truth is, this universe holds countless terrifying mysteries, but the most horrifying one we've discovered so far is the black hole, a region of such darkness that once you enter, there's no coming back. You've probably heard all kinds of stories about black holes. Some say they're portals to another universe, that if you fall into one, you'll end up in a completely different reality, a place where life works in ways we can't imagine, where time doesn't even exist. No time, no death. Others believe black holes are a direct path to God, but let's be real, most of that is just speculation. We don't actually know for sure whether a black hole means death or some kind of rebirth. Fani Din, De Bassi music. To chase answers to these mind-bending questions, humanity began studying the cosmos. And the more we studied it, the more our own logic got blown away. So in today's video, we're going deep into the most dangerous phenomenon in the universe: black holes. This is going to be a wild ride, so stick around till the end. I'm Abdul Hanan, and you're watching your channel, Info Family. So what exactly is a black hole? It's a place where the universe gets its darkest. So dark that nothing, not even light, can escape it. Light can fall in, sure, but it never comes back out. Black holes devour light itself. That's why they're called black holes, because of their pitch black nature. Scientifically speaking, the gravity inside a black hole is off the charts. In fact, the strongest gravitational pull in the entire universe exists inside a black hole. Anything that gets too close gets dragged in, and once something crosses that threshold, it's gone forever. That's why we call it the point of no return. A one-way road, a night that never sees sunrise. Inside a black hole, the laws of physics break down. Even Newton's laws of gravity stop making sense. A black hole is basically the universe's most terrifying, most mysterious face, and understanding it is anything but easy. Now, to really get what a black hole is, we need to ask some big questions. How does a black hole even form? What would happen if Earth fell into one? And if our own sun turned into a black hole, what would become of our solar system? By tackling questions like these, we can start to grasp what black holes truly are. So let's not waste time. Let's dive into the countdown. Question number 10. How does a black hole form? To answer that, we need to rewind 100 years, back to the early 1900s. People back then didn't believe black holes were real. To them, it sounded like fantasy. In 1916, a scientist named Carl Schwarzschild used Einstein's general theory of relativity to propose something wild. If you compress any object enough, it can become a black hole. You know how compressing something makes it smaller? Well, Schwarzschild said if you squeeze any mass past a certain limit, it collapses into a black hole. In theory, if we shrunk Earth down to an extreme size, even Earth could become a black hole. At the time, people laughed at the idea, but in 1971, it stopped being a joke, because that's when scientists observed the first real black hole in the universe. And guess what? It was incredibly compressed. That black hole was about 6,000 light years from Earth. Quick reminder, a light year is the distance light travels in 1 year. So if it takes sunlight a year to reach a planet, that planet is 1 light year away. So this first discovered black hole was 6,000 light years away. Meaning if we beamed light from Earth toward it, that light would take 6,000 years to get there. And light, as we know, is the fastest thing in the universe. Question number 9. What types of black holes are there? From 1971 to now, scientists have spotted many black holes. So far, they've classified them into 4 types: miniature black holes, stellar black holes, intermediate black holes, and supermassive black holes. Miniature black holes are tiny. We're talking the size of a single atom. But don't let the size fool you. They're powerful enough to swallow an entire mountain. These little monsters are almost as old as the universe itself. Scientists think they might have formed right after the Big Bang, when space flung fragments of itself in every direction. Then we have stellar black holes. These can be 10, 15, or even 20 times the mass of our sun. They're born after a supernova, which happens when a massive star dies. We're talking a star at least 25 times bigger than the sun. When it dies, it explodes with unimaginable force. The blast is billions of trillions of times brighter than the sun, releasing so much energy that it can outshine an entire galaxy for weeks. That stellar death is called a supernova. And what's left behind? A stellar black hole. Next up, intermediate black holes. These form when multiple stellar black holes merge and combine into one larger black hole. And finally, the king of them all, supermassive black holes. These things are monsters, billions or even trillions of times more massive than our sun. You'll find one at the center of pretty much every galaxy. Their size is literally beyond human comprehension. There's one right at the heart of our Milky Way galaxy, called Sagittarius A. It's over 4 million times the mass of the sun. Supermassive black holes are ancient. They formed when galaxies themselves were born. Question number 8. What happens if you fall into a black hole? Inside a black hole, gravity is the strongest force in the universe. It pulls on everything so violently that objects either get ripped apart or stretched into long, thin strands. If you fell in, you'd be stretched out like a noodle. Scientists call this spaghettification. Before you even reach the black hole, you'd notice time acting weird. Imagine video calling a friend on Earth while you're near a black hole. You'd see them moving super fast, like on fast forward. But to them, you'd look like you're moving in slow motion. Creepy, right? Now this has never actually happened to a person. Black holes are way too far. Even light takes thousands of years to reach them. But astronomers have watched black holes tear apart giant stars, swallowing them whole and snuffing out their light. Question number 7. If black holes are black, how do we even see them? We don't, not directly. Black holes themselves are invisible. The only way we detect them is by looking at the accretion disk around them. That's the glowing ring of gas, dust, and shredded stars orbiting the black hole before they get pulled in. The darkest part, the actual interior of the black hole, is called the event horizon. It's a boundary you can't see across. Cross it and nothing, not even light, ever comes back. Think of it like a bottomless pitch black well. Question number 6. What if our sun became a black hole? Would it destroy the solar system? Short answer, the sun can't become a black hole. It's just too small. It doesn't have the mass or energy needed. In about 5 billion years, the sun will run out of fuel, swell into a red giant, and eventually cool down into a white dwarf. But let's pretend it did turn into a black hole. Would the solar system get destroyed? Not really. The planets would keep orbiting it, just like they orbit the sun now, because the mass would be the same. The real problem, no sunlight. Without it, life on Earth would end. Question number 5. Black holes are dangerous. Could one swallow our entire galaxy? Nope. Black holes are powerful, but not that powerful. Galaxies are unbelievably huge. A black hole is like a speck of dust compared to a galaxy. It can't eat the whole thing. Question number 4. What if Earth fell into a big black hole? At first we wouldn't feel much. Earth would drift in slowly, but the deeper we went, the more Earth would get ripped apart. Earth's own gravity is nothing compared to a black hole's. The end result, total destruction, light death, plain and simple. And about people saying black holes are a path to God, maybe they're right, because after death, we all return to God. Question number 3. Is there any way to escape a black hole? None at all. If light can't escape, nothing we know of can. To get out, you'd need to move thousands of times faster than light, and that's impossible. Question number 2. If black holes are so far that light takes thousands of years to reach them, how do scientists study them? Thanks to NASA's insane telescopes and satellites. Their most powerful one right now is the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST for short. JWST orbits the Sun, sitting about 1 million miles, over 16 lakh kilometers, from Earth. It's so powerful it can see galaxies and stars far beyond our Milky Way. Question number 1. If black holes are the scariest thing we know, could there be something even scarier that we haven't found yet? Maybe. The answer could be white holes. We haven't seen one yet, but scientists have theorized they might exist, just like black holes were predicted before we ever found one. What are white holes?